Yep, they squeezed 4 in there. There was 1. Now there's 4. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. Gotta have the morning coffee. Nothing like putting stop signs in your way. I gotta make that corner, and they put that damn thing out about a 10 feet or more. And in order to set up the bump, I drive in here I get to drive over those, over the curb, and try not to hit the no parking sign to get the hell out of here. Just the dumbest freaking thing I've seen. This is how they take care of the homeless, and they didn't get rid of them anyway. Let's go make a delivery. Seattle is done. Let's go get Vancouver. What a joke that was. To put those stop signs out on the road. The bike path for bicyclists here in Seattle, it's almost like they have more rights than motor vehicles. It's just stupid. I mean, you can have stop signs, but they don't need to be in the middle of the roadway. I mean, and it's bolted to the road, which means I come really close when I turn that curve of hitting a stop sign in about the middle of my... So a relatively tight spot became even tighter. Thank you, Seattle. And then the thing of it is, they did that to get rid of the homeless, the people that park on the street, and they still live there. Spent the taxpayers' money and still have the problem. Houston, we've got a problem. So we're on Airport Way, went through Georgetown, we're headed back up, going next to Boeing Museum here on the right. Some of you know this area. Alright, everybody. Let's go get Vancouver. Alright, everybody. Let's get out of Vancouver. Cross the Columbia River here. We'll jump on 84, run that over to, what is that, Hermiston? Jump 395, get through the quads. See if we can make it back to Ritzville, or maybe, what is that, B's truck stop, maybe about another 10 or 15 miles up the highway, maybe. We'll see. Clear skies. Trucks are eating 80 degrees. So we're nice and heavy, so we're not in any hurry. Flip you guys around, see a little bit of Columbia River here, and to your, well, when I flip you guys around, it'll be to the right, it'll be the Portland Airport. Today we're going to run along the Columbia River. We are on 84, just outside of Multnomah Falls. I don't know if we'll catch it in video today, but we're just going to roll 84 over to Hermiston. Enjoy the ride. Welcome to the Columbia River. Guess where? Guess where we're at? Same spot. Just got done doing the post trip. $681 miles to end up in the same spot. That's just the way it goes sometimes. We're done. As you can tell, we're at the Loves here in Ritzville, Washington. Can't make this stuff up, man. So we go from here, 395 and 90 splits right over here. Not too far, straight up. Let me get right about over there. Okay? Go to Seattle. We unload. Get spun around. Get back on 5. Roll down to Vancouver. Unload, reload in Vancouver. Cross the Columbia River. I tried to get the Portland Airport in there. Cross the Columbia River, get on 84 in Portland, and run that all the way over to Hermiston, Oregon. Cross back over the river at, what is that little town there? I don't know if that's Hermiston. It's just north of there where the Columbia River is. Right back up to here on 395, because it goes 82, and then you go to Quad Cities, the Ritzville, or not Ritzville, but I'm drawing a blank. Pasco. Go up to Pasco in there. You go off at 82. You pick up the 395. And here we are. So a big triangle, square kind of sort of shape. 681 miles, back in the same spot. Let's call it a day. Let's get it done. Tomorrow, well, most likely we'll be sitting at our rest area possibly. That's the nature of doing this business. You run the same hour, same shift. Pretty much you can get the same parking spot at the other end. So let's roll it up. Let's call it a day. God bless. Love you guys. Thanks for coming along. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And if you're watching and don't leave me a comment, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Love you guys. God bless.